Welcome to the next chapter in our exploration of user experience design. In this video, we'll talk about the basics of using visuals in your designs. By the end of this video, you will be able to compare and contrast UX and UI, define hierarchy and demonstrate its importance in user interface design using visuals, explain balance and how it visually guides the user, define contrast and how it creates visual emphasis and improves readability, and briefly define other design principles such as white space and visual consistency. Ready? Then let's dive right in. UX design is sometimes mistakenly referred to as UI design and vice versa, so let's start by clearing up any potential confusion. UI stands for user interface. UI design focuses on the screens, icons, buttons, and other visual elements that go into the user experience. It's the artistic side of design, concerned with how the product looks and feels. UX design, on the other hand, focuses on the user's journey, the time the user spends on a website, app, or software program. It's the story of their experience, from the moment they land on the web page to their final interaction or checkout. UX design is concerned with creating a smooth, positive, and enjoyable experience with the site, app, or software, from start to finish. Both UI and UX design use visuals and are part of the user experience. The main difference is that with UX design, visuals are used to make sure the user gets the most out of the experience. It's about flow and organization. The first core principle of visual UX design is hierarchy. Hierarchy is how a site or app organizes information so that it makes sense, as well as prioritizing the order in which the user accesses information. Hierarchy is what guides them through the interface and directs their attention to the most important elements. For example, successful shopping apps direct users to on-sale items and special offers right up front. Clear navigation menus and prominent call-to-action buttons, which instruct the user to do something, are essential components of a good hierarchy, as can be seen on the Airbnb website or the Uber rideshare app. The hierarchical menu structure helps users quickly find what they're looking for, and the call-to-action buttons lead them to take the appropriate action. Balance is the next principle of UX design. Balance makes sure that elements such as text, images, button placement, and other portions of a site or app's layout are arranged in a way that feels visually stable and aesthetically appealing. It's about distributing visual weight evenly throughout the interface to create a sense of order and cohesion. Examples of this include symmetrical layouts with elements evenly spaced on either side of a web page, or asymmetrical layouts where elements are placed off-center for visual interest. Balance also uses elements like headlines, images, and color schemes to guide the user's eye and direct them to the appropriate information and navigation. Contrast is a UX design principle for adding visual interest and emphasis to key elements. There are several different kinds of contrast, such as color, size, shape, style, position, and texture, and each is used to simplify the user's overall experience and to make it easier for them to navigate through a website. Contrast is used to draw the user's eye to important information. For example, the contrast between the text and the background it sits on determines how easy it is to read. This is even more important for people with color blindness or other visual impairments. It also affects how well a site can be seen on different monitors. White space, also known as negative space, is another design principle. It's the empty space between text, images, buttons, and so on that allows them to stand out. It also makes the interface feel less cluttered, which can make it hard for the user to see what's most important. White space gives the user's eyes an opportunity to rest and focus by reducing the amount of visual information they are being shown. For example, it can be difficult, even overwhelming, to find the important points in long, unbroken passages of text. But adding white space, like headings and subheads, bullet points, or spaces between paragraphs, makes the information easier to read and understand. Visual consistency is another principle of UX design. Basically, this is making sure similar elements look and behave the same way throughout an interface. An example of this would be making all call-to-action buttons red so they stand out from other navigation buttons. Visual consistency creates a cohesive and predictable user experience that builds trust and familiarity. Although UX design is more than just appealing visuals, visual design is an important tool for any UX designer's toolbox. Visual design principles are an important key to creating positive, even exceptional user experiences, so make sure you understand and apply them in your designs.